Inferences. Now, what's very important to check.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see here, here is a guy all dressed in black. Okay. And who's this? This is supposedly uh, Tyler right here. This is after he jumps off of the building. So what do we got? We got a guy that they meet up. One looks exactly like everyone describes, all dressed in black. And then you got the person that looks like they have a backpack on, carrying something, a jacket or something, and a towel, whatever. So they meet up there. Okay, diversion. That's true. I'm not going to say it ain't. It's not possible. It is. Or one of them was the shooter. The other one was diversion. Whatever. They might have both been shooters. We don't know. So we got them coming off of the roof. And I posted the YouTube channel in my chat. Let me post it in my description also. Go check that channel out, folks. So you got them coming off of the roof, okay? You got them meeting up, both of these guys. Now, whether to throw diversion, to throw someone off, we don't know if they're both there. They know their mission. We don't know, right? We don't know. But here's the funny thing. And the crazy thing is not only do they meet up there, and let me post this in my chat. They meet up right here. If I can get this video. Okay, now we're going to play this video here. A little bit of it. I'm going to back it up a little bit.
And then this is after where we see now
Here
that
he is
suspect
walking on
clearly
the trail.
running in the field.
Here's the people here.
And this was all obtained
watch.
there by
There's
TMZ.
the
And of
guy
course,
again,
police are
walking
looking
with
at
all
that. The
dressed in
feds
black and
are
a
looking at
backpack.
that as well. But this
Now,
is
Tyler
the newest video
hasn't come
that we are
around
seeing
the house yet.
of all this play out. And again, just happening moments ago as well, we are getting a new shot of.
But here it's deeper than that.
Here,
So we got
is not about a place.
We got two people that met up once he jumps off of the roof, and it looks like it's the same guy walking in front of that lady and man in the neighborhood. And who comes around the house just about at that time? That kid Tyler. So that is interesting. How can that happen? Coincidence? I don't know. Maybe. Are we know he wasn't all dressed in black because he's got blue jeans on. He does have a black shirt on and a black backpack, but he don't have the pants. Now, if you look at the footage people are showing of him running and him laying on the ground, or not on the ground, on the roof, like in a lay down sniper position, he looks all black, all dressed in black. Now, could that be explained? No, it could be. He brought a tarp with him, a giant towel, black, to cover him. We've all seen movies and watched crime forensic stuff, how these snipers will cover themselves with other things around them to blend in. or something black to cover them so you can't tell there's someone there to try and blend in. So that's very interesting, right? But how do you get the same guy there that meets the description of the shooter? But then you have Tyler, who's not all dressed in black, and he's got jeans on. And are you telling me he changed up on the roof? You know, how can he change? Oh, he changed his clothes and everything. He was dressed in black, but he changed his clothes. Well, where are the clothes? How come the FBI hasn't said these are the clothes we found in the backpack? Because if he's running off of the roof, he's not all dressed in black. He's got jeans on. You can see it. So where's the black pants? Were they found on him or found somewhere around there at his house? So it's very interesting, right? How does this one dude, after Tyler jumps off the roof, they meet before he goes into the woods. The one guy goes another way, and Tyler goes on that one trail and runs behind the house. And then you can see him as the guy that's all dressed in black and who meets the description of the shooter is walking down the street, and here come Tyler around the house to meet up with him again. This is too much. Now that's all I really wanted to show you. He's not been cooperative about the clothes or enforced. Yeah, he got rid of those clothes and didn't say where they were. Yeah, well, they got to find them. But the reason I'm doing this video is because that's too much of a coincidence. How does he meet up with that guy? And that guy happens to be walking down the street, leaving in front of them, that lady and man that are taking a walk, or they might be leaving from that rally. How's this guy that meets this description in front of these people? And you can see Tyler running in the back by the trees. So very, very fishy. Is it a conspiracy? Maybe not. Maybe just coincidence. They seen a guy all dressed in black. The guy dressed all in black is not the shooter. It was this kid. Yeah, that it's very well possible. All right, we found out some other things on this case, which we already talked about a couple days ago, if not longer. But now other people it's starting to come around, and they're looking at it going, yeah, possible. That maybe something else happened. The big talk now is these people that are saying that he had an explosive vest on and did it to himself, or someone did remote control-y. They could have been in the crowd and did it. I'm not going to say that ain't possible. Oh, we got a squirrel, Debbie. He's up. He's on the tree. He just walked past my door here. I seen him walking past. There he is in the tree. Yeah, little bugger. Well, he's probably looking for peanuts. All right, so that's why. Let's see. That's hearsay, though. Still, Johnny. Yeah. Well, right now, it's way too early in the case to really. The investigation just really begun. They haven't even touched the tip of it, really. It's just begun. I don't think if it's over this quick and they come out and say, this is what happened, something ain't right. Because really, it's just begun. There's a lot of data that needs to be gone through his phones for months, years before this. His Discord channel or any chat that he was in, that has to be gone through. Not weeks, months, probably a year. Anyone that showed up to his house They have to see who they are. Really, the investigation has just begun. Everyone thinks it's over with. No, no, it's just begun. Evidence that DNA has to be gone through. Uh, you got to find out if there was any other conspirator, putting them up to it, paying them money. Brainwash. Was he MK Ultra? Was he, a lot of work still needs to be done. A lot of work. Like I said, it just begun. Shooter did say his parents, he got, if those clothes, his mom asked for the clothes he was wearing. Uh, what did he do? Where? I don't know. It's just, it's not, unless they're lying about the timeline. But I find it crazy that after the shot, he broke down the weapon and then changed clothes and jumped off of the building. Uh, that's too much time, but it's not. I mean, it's possible, but maybe something ain't right with the timeline or something because it takes more than 1 second, like some guy was saying, to break that gun down. It takes way longer than a second. And then you got to change clothes and put jeans on and stuff and shoes and everything. Then start running. Too much time, you know. Too much time. I don't see him changing clothes on the roof, but anything's possible. Anything. All right, we are going to be back because there's new footage out now of slow motion footage of Charlie Kurtz uh, from behind. Uh, and was there an airpiece or not? A lot of people are saying it was not an airpiece. We're getting two photos. We're seeing one photo of Charlie sitting in that chair, and it appears he don't have no clips on to hold any wires up in his ear, and he don't have no clips on uh, the front of him. So this is very crazy, and they show his ear, and it don't look like it's an earpiece or something popping out. But then the other photo, it does look like it's an earpiece. So it's pretty crazy. It's like, are they creating an AI or are they deliberately trying to cover something up? I don't know. We don't want no trouble with anybody. We're just couch potato YouTubers. Uh, I don't think that you broke down the gun at all. I think you put it in the double bag and the towel and dropped it and ran and dropped it in the woods because he was going to go back and get it. Well, I think he sent a message out that he wanted someone to pick up a weapon for him. So he sent that message to somebody. He needed a weapon to be picked up. So, you know, him going there, I agree with the other people. Was he professional? Was this? It's a mixture of both, professional and not professional. He talked about it before the murder. He brought his phone with him, which if they didn't catch him, they at least had a ping of the phone and knew somebody was on that roof. Also, they're saying his roommate looks a lot like him. What's going on here? Was this guy who they say he was, or was did this guy like to maybe impersonate people or something to get, go do things, and then after he did these crimes or something or did whatever, he returned back to his normal self? I don't know. Maybe it's freaky, if you ask me. But I can tell you this much: it is I don't think it's a. If it's a coincidence, then they got the description of the guy. Someone seen a guy all dressed in black, and they said he was all dressed in black on the roof. Now, granted, I've looked at all the videos, and it does look like whoever is laying down on that roof in sniper position is all dressed in black or has something covering their whole body or most of it. Something black, probably covering the barrel or at least the scope, so he can, the blanket would just, all you would see, unless he had a tripod and had everything set up, then the blanket would be around. You wouldn't see nothing except for the black blanket around him. And that's very well possible. He could have had a tripod in his backpack. We don't know. But it's very, very possible. I would say it's very possible. Or the guy on the roof is the guy all dressed in black. And Charlie was just at the wrong place, the wrong time, or helped him. Wasn't the shooter, but helped him. Maybe. Helped him get rid of the evidence or whatever. Maybe. We don't know yet. Anything's possible. He told his roommate he was waiting for them to leave the area to go back to get the rifle. Yeah, he did say that, Debbie. You're right. He did say that at first. He I guess he waited until it calmed down. He said there was a cop car parked where he left the weapon, and he stayed in the neighborhood until it calmed down and it started getting darker, but he left. He said he took off because there was a cop car parked where he left the weapon. That's interesting. So he texted out that he needed someone to pick up a weapon for him. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. All right, we will be back here later. I got to finish doing my chores around our dishes. And we'll be back with more stuff that I found out about the case. Did he have bulletproof vest on? Or didn't he? Here's the thing. There's photos that are out of Charlie speaking at that rally in the chair, but you don't see no black clip. The front of them? People said, oh, well, that was where he clipped the wire for his microphone. In the photo they're showing, he don't have that. He don't have none of that stuff on. So which photo is real? The one he had an earpiece in? And what did they do? He started this rally talking, and then someone came up and wired him up. I don't know. We'll have to see. But when he first sits down there, he's already talking to the crowd and they're debating, and he don't have no clip on. And I'm sorry to say, I don't even see a wire. But then again, if the bullet hit the wire or anything and yanked it out of his ear, it probably was so fast. That blare we're seeing, the glare is the wire, maybe, or that's a vapor trail of the bullet, maybe. We also found out that they didn't even wait. They didn't clear, and they didn't clear the area properly, and they didn't contain the area properly. 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes after the assassination, two guys come walking up, and they take the camera that was behind Charlie, or whatever that device was. There was two of them, whether it was a microphone and a camera, but without asking anyone or doing anything, that all should have been locked down. You can't take that. None of the cameras, nothing. Well, and why is that? Because it's all now, and it's all evidence. Now we have video showing that someone took something out of that camera and walked away. They didn't take the camera. They opened the camera up and did something. Now, whether it was a spent shell or a card or a tape, I don't know. But you can clearly see in the footage, he takes something out of the camera that he takes down that was hanging behind Charlie, and he takes it down and opens it up and takes something out of it, and he walks away. Now, all that should have been evidence. All of it should have been evidence. No one walks in, dump. You're not taking no camera, nothing. No one's going through there. They should have locked the whole area down, crime scene. But see, it wasn't, because they didn't have proper manpower there, and you know, people left, but they didn't lock it down to where 5 minutes after he was shot, they were taking cameras out of there. So there's more to this case than people might know. Who knows? Who knows? All right, I will be back after we get some things done around here. And there was nobody securing that area anyway. Yeah. Well, we'll find out, Deb. They'll get to the bottom of it. You know, like I said, we don't want no trouble. We're just reporting. We don't care who, we don't want no trouble with anybody, no government, no other government, nobody. We're just covering the case. We're nobody's. You don't have to worry about us saying anything. We're just YouTubers. That's all. We don't want to get killed ourselves. Please don't kill us. But it's true. It's true. We don't know. Yeah, they're taking their stuff when they shouldn't have. It should have been locked down right from there. It's a crime scene. No one takes any cameras or any footage, because it's possible you caught a bullet. You caught somebody on that camera doing something they shouldn't have. That all should have been locked down instantly. Boom. No one takes nothing from that area. There could have been a bullet in the ground. There could have been a bullet in a metal pole. It could have hit a metal pole and fragmented or whatever. He got hit that way. Numerous things. It could have been an explosive vest, some of these people are saying. But yeah, the world we live in today, it wouldn't shock me. Him himself was being held hostage. Well, yeah, maybe. Or maybe some kind of a plan or something. Are they that crazy to off themselves so others can prosper? I don't know. Look and see what kind of life insurance policies they had, or who was he insured for any? Was he insured by anybody? This is interesting. This is interesting. He could have been worth millions. Dead. Who knows? Who knows? Someone could have been left everything. We don't know. It's crazy. Help us, Jesus. Help us, Jesus. In Jesus' name, protect us all. In Jesus' name, all glory goes to God. Amen. I'll be back after I do some dishes. Yeah, they did not secure that area. Yeah, I agree. All right, folks. I will be back. God bless everybody. All glory goes to God. We're just YouTube creators covering something interesting. I'm not going to lie. It does get views. It does get subs, but we don't make money off of people that are deceased, and we certainly don't make money off of anybody, because I don't have nothing set up in my name to make money. So I wasn't in it for the money. No, we're just covering cases. That's all. I don't make no money off of YouTube. Someone's telling me I can, but I don't. I would have to report that all, to the government, right? Because being I'm dumb, I got to report everything. So, I mean, I probably could do it, but that's just something that would get me. I don't know if I would be penalized by the government for doing that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just an idiot trying to survive. I cut a yard once a week for older people, and I don't make a lot of money doing it. It's a family friend of my family. Now people are saying it ain't even my real family. Who knows? We all might have been kidnappers. Yes, amen. All glory to God. I'll be back.